Oh, I know that sound. It's time for the Beer News Report. Hi, and welcome to the Beer News Report. Cheers. Sometimes an idea pops into your head and it won't go away. I've had this idea for a new show called The Lazy Man Cooking Show, and it would be about a guy who's just lazy, cuts corners, and does these dumb cooking, if you can call it that, recipes. So what this show is going to be about, you're going to see a series of skits where I'm giving you cooking ideas. Heads up, I'm not a good cook. So grab a beer, sit back, because it's time for the Lazy Man Cooking Show. Cheers. Well, hello there, and welcome to the Lazy Man Cooking Show. Today, I'm going to teach you how to saute ice. Yes, sauteing ice is a very important and necessary skill that everyone should know. So first, you start out with a glass, and now we put some ice in it. I'm going to go with 3 cubes, and then we got to pick a sauteing sauce. For me, that's Scotch. Probably wondering, Art, how much do we put in? Well, for me, I put in 3 ice cubes, so I think it's necessary to put in 3 shots of Scotch. Yeah, you're probably looking at this bottle saying, I don't recognize that. It looks like cheap Scotch. And you're right. It is. But I don't go for that newfangled millennial stuff that you guys tweet about. Heck, I don't even have a TikTok account. Although I do have some dance moves. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see how the sauteing is doing. Cheers. Oh, that's a good drink. That'll put hair on your bollocks. Well, now you know how to saute ice. Here's to happy cooking. Cheers. Now you may think sauteing ice is easy, but it's not. I've practiced that for years and years, and I still haven't perfected it. So I want you to keep practicing. I recommend you do the same, try it over and over again, make sure you get it down right. Now, for my next show, I'm going to show you how I make a drink. Real simple, right? Nothing unusual about that. Cheers. Well, hello there. This is a Lazy Man Cooking Show, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a whiskey and Coke. So, with that being said, let's make the drink. Well, first off, I cut my hair. Probably noticed that. But secondly, I hate getting up like every 15 minutes to make a new drink. So I start with a big glass. And I like ice, a lot of ice. So I'm going to put some ice in my glass. And when you're doing this, whatever whiskey you want to use and whatever soda, I use these two. I'm sure you know the brands. Now, normally when you go to a bar, it's a 3-to-1 ratio. So you're probably thinking, well, this is 12 ounces. I probably need 4 of these because 4 into 12 is 3. But this is actually 1.5 ounces. So you only really need 3 shots. So with that, I will pour some in my glass. Make sure it's all the way to the top. And with this, I don't have to worry about getting up for at least an hour. Because ice is going to, I have to have my drinks cold. I cannot drink a warm drink. I went to France once and they gave me the same drink but with 1 ice cube. And I heard, I say France, I say Paris, but I heard it's throughout Europe that they only do minimal ice. That's not for me. Look at this drink. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now sure, you're probably saying, Art, the ice is going to melt and water down your drink, but you're missing the point. The point is, I don't want to have to get out of my chair for at least an hour. And this will do it. All right, so happy cooking, folks. Hey, I told you I'm lazy. I make big drinks, and I sit in my recliner and watch TV. The drink has to make it through the show. Well, what if I'm drinking a beer? Well, that's a good point. Let's see how I make a beer. Cheers. Well, hello there, and welcome to the Lazy Man Cooking Show. Now, I like drinking beer, and I like cold drinks, but how can I keep my beer cold for as long as possible? Well, there's two types of beers that I like. There's Hefeweizen, which is a wheat beer, and then there's lagers. Now, Hefeweizen tastes better with some lemon juice in it, and lagers kind of taste better with lime juice in it. So here's what I'm going to do. The trick is, you take your lemon juice and you take an ice tray and you pour your lemon juice into the cubes of the ice tray. You can do the same with your lime juice, and don't fill the ice cube trays all the way to the top, because really on your beer you only really want a squirt or two of lemon or lime juice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the fridge and come back and show you how this all works. So hold right there. Okay, I'm back. The ice is frozen, or the juice is frozen, and I'm going to pop out an ice cube for the lemon side. So obviously I'm going with Hefeweizen. But that was a big ice cube, and really we only want a little bit of juice for each beer, so I'm going to have to do more than one beer. I can pour two at once. What am I thinking? So luckily I have a big glass, and I am terrible at this. You should pour the beer first. Obviously, tilt the glass, get less foam, and then put the ice cube in, because with the ice cube in, it's going to cause more foam. But anyways, I'm going to let this go down and drink it all. And that's how you keep your beer cold for as long as possible. You put the juice into an ice form and then add it to your beer. Everything's all set. Happy cooking, everyone. Cheers. Okay, sure. 2 beers. That won't last an hour, and it's only really good for a 30-minute sitcom. But at least the beer stays cold. So another trick too, if you want to fool your friends, make one side lemon ice and the other side lime ice. And then when someone comes up to you and they have a Hefeweizen, give them a lime cube. And when someone comes up with a Corona or something, give them a lemon cube, right? Because you're supposed to switch. The faces on them. That's hilarious. All right. Some friends, because I showed the raw footage of friends before I actually air it, have said, hey, do you actually know how to make food? Of course I do. Watch this. Cheers. Well, hello there. This is the Lazy Man Cooking Show. And some of my viewers have been saying, hey, enough with the drinks. Let's have something that we can actually eat. Well, that's easy. Let's start with a sandwich. That's the easiest thing to do. And I'm going to go back to the days when I was a kid. And for that, my favorite sandwich is called the BBQ Chip Sandwich. So start out with white bread, because this is not a healthy sandwich, right? You don't want to do wheat bread or rye bread or grain bread or banana bread. None of that stuff. White bread, because we're not looking for health, right? Then we put chips on it. Barbecue, because this is a barbecue chip sandwich. And what you want to do is just stack them up, make a nice pile, just like that. And then you take the other piece of sandwich, you put it on top, and you compress. And that is the barbecue chip sandwich. Let's try it. Oh, yeah. Remember that sandwich that girl made on Breakfast Club? It's just like that, except it's not a sugar sandwich. And again, you don't take this sandwich if you're trying to lose weight, right? You can't get a body like this by eating salad and drinking vitamin water. All right, folks. Get out there, have some barbecue chip sandwiches, and happy cooking. See you later. Hey, all kidding aside, that sandwich is awesome. Seriously, you got to try it. Okay, then my friends really pushed me and said, what if you're going to a party and they want you to bring a dish? What do I do then? Hey, I'm the life of a party and my food shows it. Check this out. Cheers. Well, hello there, and welcome to the Lazy Man Cooking Show. Let's say you get invited to a party 10 years from now when the COVID pandemic's over, and it's a potluck. Do I really have to make something? No. I have a really easy dip that you can make, and it's cheaper than that 7-layer dip that you can get in the store, and I think better for you. And you only need 3 things: a block of cream cheese, some salsa, and guacamole. Now, I don't have a fancy serving dish, so I just put it in this clear cooking dish that you can see right here. And what I used to do is just put the cream cheese in the middle, the guacamole on one side, and the salsa on the other. But everyone said, no imagination. Did you really put any effort into this? So what I'm going to do is, cream cheese is like silly putty. You can mold it however you want. So I'm going to do all the molding and shaping. I'm going to show you the after product. But as I'm doing this, it's just going to fast forward with music in the background. All right? So here we go. There's one eye. There's the other eye. Make a face. Probably should have wiped my hands before I did this. Probably should have washed them. That's my nose picking finger. All right, now we just add in the guacamole and the salsa. So what I can do is put the salsa here on this side. And then the guac on this side. Make his teeth green, and then I'm gonna make his eyes red. There, and that's our dish. Let me pull this over so you can see it. Woohoo! That's happy face cheese guac salsa dip, baby. I hope you like it. And again, it's your choice on what design you want to make. Doesn't matter. Just get creative. So, here's the tip for you. Thank you and happy cooking. You bring that dish to a party and people are going to notice, right? You walk in, you got the dish in your hands, they look at the dip, they look at you and they're like, what the fuck? That's when you know people see you as different. Maybe mentally challenged, but different. Well, you can see my beer is almost empty, so that means we're at the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something, although you probably didn't learn anything. But do try some of those recipes. I'm telling you, that barbecue sandwich is to die for. And if you like the show, please click the like button. If you want to send me a question or a comment, please email me. And if you want to see more of these shows, subscribe. And as always, keep your beer cold and your interests hot. Cheers.